All right, welcome back. We are at the half, and the undefeated and 24th ranked Miami Redhawks trail UMass at the half 47-43. Let's run down some of the first half stats in this game. UMass 18 of 33 shooting from the floor, 55%. They're 7 of 11 from three-point range at 64%. From the free throw line, 4 for 7 for 57%. For Miami, they are 14 of 27 from the floor at 52%, 6 of 17 from three, 35%, 9 of 13 at the free throw line for 69%. Rebound edge for UMass 20 to 12. 6 turnovers in that first half for UMass. Miami turned it over 4 times. Leading the way in that first half for UMass at 13 points, Marcus Banks Jr., 7 points out of Jaden Njigwe, 6 points out of Leonardo Bettiol and Luka Demjanic off the bench. 5 apiece for Daniel Hankins Sanford, Danny Carbuccia, and KJ Parker. That rounds out the scoring in the first half for UMass. For Miami of Ohio, they're led by Ian Elmer's 18 points, 5 for 7 3-point shooting in the first half for Elmer. 8 points out of Peter Suter, 6 points apiece from Justin Kirby and Brant Byers. 3 points off the bench for Elmar Atlason and 2 points out of Antoine Woolfork. Rounds out the scoring for Miami of Ohio as the Redhawks trail 47-43 at the break. As Miami of Ohio looks to come back from a 4-point deficit and stay undefeated. On the season. Been keeping an eye on some of these top 25 games. And again, Nebraska came into the night, one of the last 3 remaining undefeated teams in the country. Nebraska has fallen tonight to Michigan 75-72. So that knocked Nebraska out of the ranks of the undefeated. So we are left with Arizona and Miami of Ohio, the last 2 undefeated teams in the country. Arizona hung on last night against BYU to go to 21-0. Miami of Ohio looking to join them at 21-0. They're going to have to come from behind as they trail by 4 here at the half. Miami of Ohio will next be in action coming up this Saturday. They will be at Millett Hall again against the Northern Illinois Huskies. That game tips off at 3:30. UMass, meanwhile, following this game, they'll also be in action on Saturday back at home in Amherst against Eastern Michigan coming to town. So that is what's next on the docket for these 2 teams. As it is 47-43, UMass over 24th ranked Miami of Ohio. With 20 minutes remaining in this one. Other top 25 games, number 7 Michigan State had to go overtime before beating Rutgers 88-79. Told you about Michigan knocking off Nebraska 75-72. Number 15 Arkansas wins a tight win in Norman over Oklahoma tonight 83-79. Game just concluded in South Bend. Number 17, Virginia, pulls it out in double overtime over Notre Dame, 100-97. Number 2, UConn, another dogfight tonight, but again, they find a way to win it. They beat Providence 87-81. Number 21, St. Louis, they just got a Robbie Avila three-pointer with 3 seconds left. They trailed most of that game, but the Billikens come back to beat George Washington 79-76. And number 23, Alabama, rolled past Missouri tonight 90-64. Games in progress. Number 12, Purdue, looking to avoid their third straight loss, but they trail Indiana 47-39 in the second half. Kentucky getting walloped at number 18, Vanderbilt. They're down 20 at the half, 43-23. Vanderbilt leads that one. That's the other top 25 games in action. Here we go, underway, second half. Redhawks bring it up the floor. Suter outside for a three-pointer. That shot short, but an offensive rebound for Suter. And Byers on the drive. Byers gets fouled. And Byers will be at the line shooting 2. First free throw, good. Second one also good. First 2 points of the second half go to the Redhawks. It's a 2-point game, 47-45. UMass with their first possession of the second half. On the outside is Karbusha. Karbusha looking to drive. Bounce pass. Nice feed. And the layup is good for Leonardo Bettiol. He's got a half dozen now. UMass back up 4, 49-45. Woolfolk with it for the Redhawks. Woolfolk drives. Woolfolk, the turn. His shot was altered. And they're going to have a foul, however. They're going to get Jaden Njigwe for the foul. He's got 3 fouls, so he joins Dwayne Wembley with 3 fouls for UMass. And back to the free throw line go the Redhawks. Be Justin Kirby at the line. Now Frank Martin having a discussion with one of the officials on the sideline, and Frank Martin's not happy. First free throw by Kirby is good. And both free throws are good, and again, it's a 2-point game, 49-47. Just over a minute old, second half. Karbusha gives it off to Njigwe. Back to Karbusha. Long cross-court pass. A 3 in the corner is good for Daniel Hankins Sanford. (52-47). I think that was a 3. Kirby with it on the outside. Kirby passes it over for a 3. That's Elmer. Missed it. And that's going to be over the back against Miami. First foul the second half on the Redhawks. So a little bit of confusion here. 52-47 is the score, I think. That's what I think it is. The ESPNU broadcast has it 51-47. Karbusha with it for UMass. Gives it off to Betiol. Looking for some help. Gets it over to Marcus Banks. Marcus Banks had a hot first half with 13 points. Banks bounce pass is a bad one, and it's taken away by the Redhawks. Layup is no good. A little out of control that time. And back comes UMass as they pull down the rebound. Njigwe. Back out to Karbusha, and the Minutemen will run the offense. Karbusha. Pass inside. Nice pass, but a missed layup, but an offensive rebound off the miss. And the putback for Daniel Hankins Sanford. So he's now in double figures with 10. 50, I think it's 54-47. A deep three-pointer by Byers is short. Rebound pulled down by UMass. Karbusha brings it into the front court. Karbusha looking to drive. Karbusha lost it. Redhawks with a steal. Ahead of the floor and a dunk for Byers on a fast break. Lead back to 5, 54-49. Karbusha off to Betiol. And that's a kick ball. It will stay with UMass. And here's a corner three for Banks. It's good. Marcus Banks with his fourth three. He's got 16. And the lead is 8, 57-49. And we have a foul here on UMass, which will take us to our first time out of the second half with exactly 16 minutes to play. 57-49, I think. UMass in front by 8. I think because ESPNU broadcast still has UMass a point behind what I think it is. I think there was some discrepancy on that three-pointer that was made a few possessions back. The ESPNU broadcast only put that as a 2. I'm almost positive that was a three-pointer. Getting a couple of these top 25 scores. Purdue still trailing Indiana by 10 in the second half. Vanderbilt continuing to lead Kentucky by 18 in the second half. UMass still shooting well, 58%. They're 67%, 6 of 8 from three-point range. Miami's dropped down to 45% shooting and 30% from three-point range. And they have gone back, and they have made that a 2-point shot, not a 3-point shot on the three, what I thought was a 3. So it is indeed 56-49, not 57-49. $16 minutes remaining in this one. The number 24 Miami Redhawks getting a battle tonight from UMass. So back out of the timeout here. I mentioned this wasn't going to be an easy game for Miami of Ohio. UMass comes in winners of 4 of their last 5. Inbound it comes to Elmer. Elmer off to Peter Suter. Suter, nice pass underneath, and he finds the open man under the basket. 56-51. Betiol on the outside for UMass. Gives it off now to Carbusha. Carbusha almost went up and down with that. Gives it off, and a three-pointer's no good. And it's rebounded by the Redhawks. And then we have a foul at three-quarter court. It's going to go against UMass. That's already 4 team fouls in the second half in just 4.5 minutes. Suter with it to Kirby. Back outside to Suter. Back over to Kirby. 15 on the shot clock. Kirby finds Byers on the outside. Now to Elmer. Elmer to Woolfork. Good ball movement this time for the Redhawks. And now Kirby has an open 3, and it's good. In front of the Miami bench, Justin Kirby. He's got 11, and the Redhawks within 2. 56-54. Crowd comes to life once again at Millen Hall. Betiol backs his way in. Right hand layup. No. Rebound, Miami. They can tie or take the lead for the first time since 2-0. And on the drive, the shot is blocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Redhawks. Redhawks to inbound. It comes into Woolfork. Woolfork finds Kirby underneath to Byers. Byers trying to back his way in against a double team, and he gets bailed out with a foul, or is it? It is a foul. This will be 2 shots with a chance to tie this game. First free throw, short. Byers has one more. Missed them both. But it's tipped out, and the Redhawks get an extra possession on the offensive rebound. Elmer looking. He thought about the 3, instead passes off to Atlason. Atlason goes inside. Suter with the turn. Missed it. Rebound UMass. It rolled around the rim and rolled off. And here's Banks with a three. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Elmer of the Redhawks. Elmer brings it up the floor. Outside it goes to Suter. Back over to Elmer. That pass knocked away, and it will be UMass ball as Miami loses it. So UMass has picked up the defensive pressure the last couple possessions, and they've been able to maintain the lead. KJ Parker with it on the outside for UMass. Bounce pass over to Demjanic. Back to KJ Parker. Parker, and he'll hit it. Parker now with 7 points off the bench for UMass, and they go back up by 4 as we've just passed 13 minutes to play. Open three-pointer on the way, no, but the rebound and putback is good. Nobody blocked out for UMass, and it ended up an easy rebound and putback for Ian Elmer. He's got 20 tonight for the Redhawks, almost double his season points per game average. Backing his way in is Bettiol, and he'll put it in off the glass. He's now got 8. 60-56. Outside, wide open three, Elmer, no. Offensive rebound, Miami, and a reach-in foul. Boy, now Miami in the second half is getting all the offensive rebounds. UMass was pulling them all down in the first half. That is already 16 fouls on UMass, so Miami will be shooting free throws for the remainder of this game. And we still have 12-16 to go. First free throw is good by Justin Kirby. Bettiol and Banks go out for breathers for UMass. This to cut it to 2 again with the second free throw. And good. 60-58, 2-point game approaching 12 minutes to go. And the UMass loses it. Ahead it comes. Elmer, no. Rebound UMass. Elmer blows the layup. UMass back the other way. This is Hankins Sanford trying a three. It's good. Daniel Hankins Sanford with a three to put UMass back up by 5. At the other end, a layup attempt by Byers, no good, but he's fouled. And he will go to the line with 11:31 to play. Miami's got it down to 2 a couple times, but that's as close as they've been able to get. UMass up 5. Miami of Ohio has free throws on the other side of the timeout. Isaiah Placide picks up his third foul. So Wembley, Placide, and Njigwe all with 3 personals for UMass. No real foul trouble for Miami yet. And Miami's already in the bonus with 11.5 to play. So free throws coming for the Redhawks with 11.5 to play. Peter Suter will be at the free throw line for Miami. Fouls are 7-1 this half. UMass could have been called for 7 fouls. First free throw is good. Second is good. 63-60. UMass up 3. UMass brings it up the floor across the midcourt stripe. Tarbusha gives it off to Banks. Banks now to KJ Parker. Parker with 10 on the shot clock. Parker goes inside. Hankins Sanford, the turnaround with the right hand, rimmed out. Rebound pulled down by Kirby. Boy, that thing was halfway down and came out. Suter on the drive. Suter kicks it back out. And losing the basketball is Miami. And then we have a foul. Foul's going to go against Ian Elmer. That's his second. Just the second team foul the second half on Miami. Here comes UMass up the floor. Banks. Off to KJ Parker. Now in Jigway. Back to Parker. 6 to shoot for UMass. And now driving inside. That's going to be a blocking foul and 1. Count the basket for Daniel Hankins Sanford. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Oh, Travis Steele hot once again. Daniel Hankins Sanford missed the free throw. Elmer pulls down the rebound. Got the Redhawks swim team over there in the student section trying to cause havoc. 3-pointer is good at the other end for Miami. And we've got a 2-point game again. Midway point, second half. Boy, we've got a doozy in Oxford tonight. When you're an undefeated team, you're going to have the bullseye on your back every single game. Redhawks finding that out tonight against a very game UMass team. And a turnaround 3 with the shot clock running down by Hankins Sanford's no good. And back come the Redhawks. They can tie or take the lead. Suter inside is fouled. Can't get it to go. But he'll have a chance to tie it with 2 free throws at the line. Foul is going to be on Marcus Banks. That's his third. So now he becomes the 4th UMass player with 3 fouls. Suter at the line. First is good. Suter has one more free throw. This to tie it. And it's good. And we are tied for the first time since early in the first half. 65-65. The crowd at Millett Hall comes to their feet. 9:15 to go. Here's Banks on the outside. Banks looking. Banks dribbling back out and will launch a long three-pointer that rims out. Offensive rebound putback is good on the layup by Bettiol. And UMass is back in front, 67-65. Redhawks get it across midcourt. Here's Suter. Elmer for three and the lead. It's good! Ian Elmer hits a three. And for the first time since 2-0, Redhawks lead it. UMass looking to answer. Nice pass inside, and they do. Back-to-back layups for Bettiol puts UMass back in front. On the drive, outside it goes. Here's another three. That's no good. But an offensive rebound for Miami. Top of the key. Three will go. 71-69 Redhawks. Carbuccia on the outside for UMass. Carbuccia on the drive but missed the layup. Offensive rebound, no, but a foul. And it'll be free throws for UMass on the other side of the under 8 timeout. 71-69 Redhawks. 7:34 to go. Update on those other top 25 games still going on. Number 12, Purdue, still trailing Indiana 65-58. 4.5 left, second half. Purdue trying to avoid losing their third in a row. And Vanderbilt is up 26 on Kentucky in the second half. 59-33. Vanderbilt starting to look like the Vanderbilt team we saw early in the season. They hit that 3-game losing streak a couple weeks ago. UMass will be at the free throw line when we resume out of the under 8 timeout. Redhawks have had 2 consecutive overtime games coming into this one. So here we go. UMass at the free throw line following the timeout here. Leonardo Bettiol at the line. First of 2 is good. This next one to tie it. Double-double for Bettiol. 15 points now to go with his 12 rebounds. And he hits them both. We are tied at 71. 7.5 to go, second half. Suter with it. Suter looking outside. Now it's Woolfolk. Open three-pointer on the way. That is long. Rebound to UMass. Minutemen look to retake the lead. Banks. Thought about the 3. Now we'll pass it off. Carbuccia with it. Now Banks gets free for a 3. That's short. Offensive rebound, Bettiol, and I think we're going to have a held ball here, and we do. Possession arrow keeps it with UMass. Banks brings it in to KJ Parker. Parker goes inside. Bettiol backs his way in the paint. Missed the shot on the turnaround. Rebound pulled down by Woolfolk. And now on the drive. Bad pass taken away by UMass. Miami turnover is their 7th of the night. Hankins Sanford sends it back to Banks for a 3. That's an air ball. And out of bounds back to the Redhawks. Suter will bring it up the floor for Miami. Six minutes remaining. Suter on the drive. Suter kicks it back out. Open 3 in the corner. Kirby, back rim, no. Woolfolk the offensive rebound, and he'll dunk it. 73-71. Redhawks back in front. Bettiol goes inside. And the turnaround is good by Daniel Hankins Sanford. And we are tied again at 73. Woolfolk. Outside it goes. Nice bounce pass underneath. And the layup is good. But I don't think it's going to count. I think there was a foul before the shot. And it's going to be on Jaden Njigwe, and that is number 4 on Njigwe. So he will go to the bench with the 4 personal fouls with 5:01 remaining. Ian Elmer at the line for a 1-and-1, and it's good. He's got 24 points, more than double his season average of 11. Missed the second. So 1 of 2 for Elmer has Miami up 1. It's KJ Parker with it on the outside. Parker gives it off to Banks. Banks on the drive. Banks turnaround inside the paint is good for Marcus Banks. 18 for Banks tonight. 75-74 UMass. Woolfolk spins. Woolfolk gets inside. Counted and a foul. Antoine Woolfolk got underneath the basket, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play. This to put the Redhawks up 2. And he does. 77-75 as we near the 4-minute mark. Here's Banks on the outside for UMass. Banks looking. Passes it into the corner to Njigwe, who stays in with the 4 fouls. Hankins Sanford missed the shot from the foul line. Rebound pulled down by the Redhawks. Both teams with all 3 timeouts left. Suter off to Kirby. Kirby pulls up. Got it. Justin Kirby extends the Redhawk lead to 4, 79-75. Timeout, Frank Martin and UMass. 3:39 to go. Redhawks have taken a 4-point lead, 79-75. Can the Redhawks pull off the comeback and move to 21-0 on the season? Two minutes to go in Bloomington. Indiana 69. Number 12, Purdue 61, or 65 rather. Purdue 61. And number 18, Vanderbilt, continuing to just blow out Kentucky 66-40 with 8:15 to go. UMass still over 50% shooting in this game at 53%. They have fallen under 50% from three-point range, 9 of 19. They are just 3 for their last 13 from three-point range as UMass after starting the game 6 for 6 from beyond the arc. Miami shooting at 48% from the floor, 34% from 3. Rebound edge has tightened significantly. It's now only a 2-rebound edge for UMass. They were dominating the rebounds in the first half. So following the UMass timeout, boy, this is the second live stream of a Miami home game I've done this year, and that swim team has been in the student section both games. Boy, are they a boy, are they a lively bunch. So following the timeout, UMass has the ball. Carbuccia with it on the outside for the Minutemen. This is Banks on the outside. Banks drives, Banks turns, Banks misses, rebound Miami. Here's Suter. Suter bounce pass outside to Byers, back to Suter. 3 minutes to play. Suter outside it goes. This is Byers now driving inside, and the ball knocked out of bounds with 5 on the shot clock, and now we'll have the under 4 timeout. 2:55 to play. 79-75. Miami leading UMass. Miami has 3 timeouts remaining. UMass has 2 left. In case of a held ball, Miami has the possession arrow. We already had one of the 3 remaining undefeateds go down tonight in Nebraska. Miami of Ohio trying not to suffer the same fate. Miami of Ohio does still have 2 fouls to give. It'll be Peter Suter to bring it in for the Redhawks. Nope, now at the last minute they change inbounders. It'll be Kirby. Just 5 on the shot clock for Miami. Kirby gets it in. Turnaround by Suter off the glass. No, but a foul is called. Carbuccia wondering what he did. He was called for the foul. It's his 3rd. And the free throw up and good by Peter Suter. Suter hits them both. And the Miami lead is up to 6. It's their largest lead of the night. Carbuccia off to KJ Parker. And we have a foul on Miami. Again, they have 2 fouls to give. There was one right there. And it'll be an inbound for UMass. Parker to Carbusha. Outside it goes for a three. That's a round and out. Rebound Miami. And now we've got a double technical foul as there was a verbal altercation after that held ball. Not altercation, but Marcus Banks and Brett Byers were fighting for that ball. And some words were said afterwards, and they both got teed up pretty quick. So Byers and Banks, a double technical foul here. And the officials are going to the monitor to see if there will be anything extra. It didn't look like anything on that replay. So the technical on Banks, that'll be his fourth foul. And Byers with the technical picks up his second. Possession arrow in Miami's favor. Redhawks break the press. And a foul. If that's Carbusha, that's 4 on him. Ian Elmer will be going back to the free throw line. First of 2 is no good. KJ Parker returning to the UMass lineup. Elmer hits the second. 82-75. Miami lead is 7. 2:15 to go. Carbusha. Off it goes to Betiol. Betiol puts it in and missed it. But we have a foul on Miami. Going to get Antoine Woolfolk, I think, on that foul. And Betiol heads to the free throw line. First of 2 is good. One more coming. This would cut it back to 5. And he got it. 82-77. Jaden Njigwe back in with the 4 fouls for UMass. And he's going to apply some pressure on the inbounder here. And now a double team press. And Redhawks almost turn it over. Under 2 minutes. On the drive, this is Suter. He missed it. Rebound UMass. And an over-the-back foul on the rebound. This one's going to be on Atlason. That's 4 on Atlason. So this will be a 1-and-1 for UMass. Bettiol going back to the free throw line. He was just there about a minute ago. 18 points tonight for the leading scorer for UMass. Make it 19 as he hits the first. This to make it a one-possession game. Got it. 20 for Bettiol. 82-79. Brant Byers and Trey Perry check back in for Miami. Here's Suter. Again, more pressure being applied here by UMass. Minute and a half to go. On the drive, shot up, no, but a foul is called. And that will send Elmer back to the line. And Marcus Banks just fouled out for UMass. So Marcus Banks with 18 points tonight, but he's disqualified to fouls with 1:26 remaining. First free throw is good. Elmer short on the second, so the lead is 4. Still plenty of time. 1:15 on the clock. Bettiol drives. Bettiol with the layup, and this is a 2-point game. Timeout UMass. So they're down to 1. Now have a final from Bloomington, another upset in the top 25. Number 12, Purdue, falls at Indiana 72-67. That is the third straight loss for the Boilermakers. Has Purdue hit a little funk here at the end of January. Neither team with any foul to give. UMass has the arrow in case of a tie-up. Again, coming into this game, Miami has played back-to-back overtime games. $70 left, 83-81. Redhawks up by 2. Redhawks inbound. And they get it up the floor. Final minute. Woolfolk. Perry with it. Over to Suter. 10 to shoot for Miami. Suter looking. Suter drives. Suter kicks it back outside with 1 on the shot clock, and I don't know they're going to get this off. It's a shot clock violation. Elmer lost his shoe there. So a shot clock violation gives the ball to UMass with 38.8 to go. UMass can tie or take the lead with a three, and a step back three, no. And a rebound to Miami and a foul on UMass with 23.4. Don't really think they needed that three right there. Parker, he had a decent look at it, but wasn't able to get it to drop. And Jigway, he just fouled out. So Njigwe and Banks have both fouled out now for UMass. And Elmer with 2 shots at the line. First free throw, good. This next one to make it a 2-possession game. He does. 85-81. Timeout called. With 23.4 remaining. Timeout called by Miami, so they have 2 remaining. Redhawks were down 4 at the half, but have come back in this second half. So UMass is going to need a quick basket here, as they're going to need it twice. Bettiolda inbound. And in it comes. Cartusia. Placide. Boy, they're taking a lot of time here. We're down to 10 seconds. KJ Parker for 3. It's blocked, but they're going to get a foul on a 3-point shot. They're going to get a foul on Kirby with 8.8 to go. Justin Kirby picks up his 4th foul. And it'll be 3 free throws. That is the last thing you needed if you're Miami of Ohio. KJ Parker at the line. First is good. Second free throw, also good. This to make it a 1-point game. He got them all. It's a 1-point game, 8.8 to go. Maybe try for a steal or 2, but then you're going to have to foul if you're UMass. A little bit of press being shown. And the Redhawks able to break it. You got to foul if you're UMass, and they finally do. Boy, they let 4.5 seconds go off the clock. Even if they make both of these, it'll still be a 1-possession game. Suter at the line. First is good. Now, if he makes this and go up 3, you go with that old strategy. Do you foul? And now a timeout is called by UMass. It's their last timeout. 4.3 seconds to go. Suter will have one more free throw to try and extend this lead to 3. But UMass will have one last crack at it. But they have taken their last timeout, so they will have no timeouts left. So they're going to have to set up a play here, make or miss in this huddle. (86-84). Miami leads by 2. Peter Suter back at the free throw line for his second free throw. And again, if you're Travis Steele here, if he makes this, do you foul? There's not really a whole lot of time for that. Suter's second free throw. Well, that's out the window. He missed it. UMass with the rebound. Here's a half-court heave for the win, and it's no good. And the Redhawks stay undefeated, barely. Miami 86, UMass 84. The Redhawks move to 21-0 on the season, 9-0 in the match.
May I have your attention, please? The league's biggest stars shine on a brand new stage, celebrating the season with an AFC-NFC showdown, flag football style. One game, all the Sellies. Tuesday, February 3rd at 8 on ESPN.
Part of his game that's really improved this year, according to his coach. Woolfolk has been quiet. He spins down the lane. He clears out space. He scores.
Before I sign off on the live stream here tonight, finals shooting numbers for Miami. They shot 24 of 51, 47%, 10 of 29 from three-point range, 34%, 28 of 38 at the free throw line for 74%. UMass ends up 31 of 61, 51%, 9 of 21 from 3, 43%, 13 of 17 at the free throw line for 76%. Slight rebound edge for UMass, 34-32. UMass turned it over 10 times. Miami turned it over 9. 22 points for Leonardo Bettiol led the way for UMass, 16 out of Daniel Hankins Sanford. 18 out of Marcus Banks Jr. before he fouled out. 16 out of Daniel Hankins Sanford. And 10 points off the bench for KJ Parker, the 4 in double figures for UMass. 7 out of Jaden Njigwe, 6 points out of Luka Danjanik, and 5 points out of Danny Cartusia, the scoring for UMass. For Miami of Ohio, a 30-point night for Ian Elmer, as he only averages 11 a game. He put up 30 tonight. 13 apiece for Justin Kirby and Peter Suter. 12 points out of Brant Byers. That's the 4 in double figures for Miami. 9 points apiece for Antoine Woolfolk and Almar Atlison and Trey Perry with 1 point as Miami wins it 86-84. Them and Arizona are still undefeated as they're the last two left, as we lost undefeated Nebraska earlier tonight as they lost to Michigan. Oh, and by the way, these two teams will meet again 3 weeks from tonight in Amherst. So if this game was any indication, that one should be a doozy as well. Miami of Ohio's next chance to stay undefeated is coming up this Saturday as they will host the Huskies of Northern Illinois. Well, that's going to wrap it up on a good one tonight. Again, my name is John, Sports Bonanza John on YouTube. If you like my content, really would appreciate a like and subscribe. Also on Kick tonight at Sports Kick John. Also do have some content on Twitch at Sport Guru John. You can follow me at one of those two sites as well. We'll be back with more college basketball live stream action throughout the week. I'll try to update my page as to what game and when I will go on. It's a little up in the air with my work schedule right now, so I'm not going to commit to anything, but I'll keep it updated on my page for as the next time I will be on for another college basketball live stream. Thanks for joining me again tonight, everybody. Miami wins it 86-84. They stay undefeated. They're now 21-0 with their next game against Northern Illinois coming up on Saturday. Appreciate you joining me, everybody, and I'll talk to you down the road. Good night. God bless.